What's going on, guys? Before I call my therapist, I'm here with Captain's Leather, and we're at their shop. They're gonna tell us a little bit about their creations here. They're amazing creations. They got all different kinds of leather here. It looks like they got all different types of animals, you know what I mean, going on. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it became an obsession, a hobby into a obsession type thing, and I started looking at all the leather that was out there and what's available, and I wanted to kind of expand from just ordinary. So I have ostrich skin, I have emu leg, I have beaver tail, I have water buffalo, I have African antelope.
Wow.
Just kind of go with what makes me feel good when I'm making something. Hey,
Right.
this would be a great bag.
Yeah.
And every one of them is basically a project in my mind.
And you're the original Mike Jones, you were telling me.
I am the original Mike Jones.
Yeah, so
Mike
it's, you know,
Jones!
Yeah, I'm a retired airline pilot, so I was sitting in the airplane, and when Mike Jones, the rapper in Houston, was really big in
Yeah.
his career, he was sitting in first class, and I just went up to him. I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Jones, you know you're not the real Mike Jones, right?"
so there you go. You heard it from him
He goes, "What?"
personally.
I turned my ID around. I said, "Pal, I've been doing this shit for 58 years." He goes,
That's right.
It's a real Mike Jones. So yeah, it's the real one, the original.
The original. And you come from airline pilots, being an airline
I
pilot.
came from
Yeah.
the Marine Corps, flew in fighters in the Marine Corps,
Wow.
and then went to the airlines, retired from there, and now I'm
Like
flying
F-22s or what?
F4s. It's a Vietnam era
Okay,
airplane.
okay.
I'm older than I look, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't, yeah, I might be wrong, you know.
No, and now I wanted to keep flying. It's kind of all I've ever done. And
Yeah.
So now I fly for a family out in Austin.
So you still do it.
I still do it.
That's so how many years do you got under your belt now?
Halloween will be 46 years for me.
Holy cow. That's a really, really long time.
Yeah, a little bit over 20,000 hours.
That is really crazy.
My daughter figured out one time it's to the moon and back like 12 times.
Do you get scared? You ever
No,
have you ever had like a scary
Oh,
situation?
I've been on fire. I've had engine failures. I've
Yeah.
landed without the landing gears.
Cause see, to me,
Not in
if
the
you do
civilian
that
world, but
that
in-
kind of thing that long, I would think like, even me, man, I've fallen off of a few things doing construction and been like, I don't think I'm getting back on that like 20-foot extension ladder
Yeah.
anymore. And so like for you, in your case, you just kind of overcome it and keep going.
Yeah,
'cause
well,
you
that's one of the things. I've always said, especially today's generation,
Right.
I could take anybody from the age of 6 to 40
Okay.
and put them in a simulator, and they could fly that airplane as well as I can.
Right. So they've made it really adaptive.
What you can't do is teach head work and staying cool under pressure when things start going
Yeah,
wrong.
have an adrenaline dump whenever the
that's
plane's
exactly when it's-
crashing.
and then think what happens is when those things happen and it's all over with.
Yeah.
Then the adrenaline hits you. And
Yeah.
It's like, wow, it just zaps you. Really.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you get a little wobbly legs for
Yep,
sure.
That's exactly right.
So then, how did you get into the leather stuff?
I sewed and crocheted with my mom when I was a little boy.
Right.
Did
yeah,
it through high
you're
school and
telling me.
college when I was running track and wrestling and
Which
stuff.
is an interesting hobby, you know. But it's like, look
Yeah.
at how it paid off.
Exactly.
So-
And then a couple years ago, I bought a kit to make my wife a purse.
Right.
And I sat down and it's called saddle stitching. And when I did that, all these past memories and everything else just started flooding into my hands. And I found my niche. It's just like, this is it.
Was it really different sewing into leather compared to the fabric?
It's a different thing, yeah, because when you're sewing in fabric, you're normally using one needle and one or two pieces of thread.
Right.
And saddle stitching in the leather, you're using two needles and one piece of thread.
Really?
Same thing with a sewing machine. It's one needle and two threads.
So is it like side by side, like two needles?
No, you basically have on the thread, you have a needle on either end.
Yeah.
And so you're going in and out and it locks itself in the middle. Whereas you could, on a leather piece, you could cut any seam and it won't unravel.
Okay.
With a sewing machine or hand sewing, if
Yeah, you
cut it,
snip like a shirt or something,
it'll
and then
unravel,
sometimes
but with a piece of leather, it won't do that.
Oh, that's really cool. What do you find yourself making the most of?
Lately, I've been doing a lot of bags, both
They're
small.
popular,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
I love them. I rock them.
My
I get called purse.
Uh,
Hey, nice purse. This lady told me, nice purse. I was like, oh my God, my dad's
Exactly.
going to kill me.
Or so I said the man purse the other day. I say it's a merce.
A merce, that's
Exactly.
right.
So wherever I go, my daughter. I have a daughter lives in Atlanta. A daughter lives in D.C. And meet their friends and everything else. Well, can you make this and can you make that?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you get it a lot.
One lady sells some high-end things in D.C. She wants me to make lipstick cases and opera bags.
Yeah.
For ladies going to the opera and stuff. So.
I had a friend named Mike Ray that owns Bayou City Brass, I think it's called. I may be wrong on the name of that, but it's a brass company, and they make the buckles for they've done it for Pirates of the Caribbean and all this other stuff, and it's a very similar vibe because I've been in their shop as well. I actually worked in their shop for a little while with Mike. He's a longtime family friend, and it's the same type of vibe. I'm sure you run into some of the same clientele, like kind of.
Yeah, and what I find is, I look at things. I can't go to a department store now without looking at belts.
Dude,
And look at the buckles.
That's what I'm saying. It's addictive.
The stitching and everything.
And it is sad because I end up in the purse section sometimes, and I have to look around and I don't see my fellow mans.
Yeah,
like,
exactly right.
What's going on with that? You know what I mean? Like,
It's funny because I'll look at
no other ADD men that need bags that keep all their crap
I
in.
look at the
that's
stitching. How is this one done? How is the gusset done? It's really. I find since I've started doing it, I spend more time practicing than I do actually producing.
Man.
Because you want to, if I'm going to do a new gusset, which is the end of a purse.
Yeah.
I'm not putting a product out there till I know that I'm satisfied that I can do it to not perfection, because nobody's going to do it. And that's the thing about all handmade stuff. You're going to find imperfections in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that.
But my wife will come in and shop and she says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm practicing." On what? I said, "Just a piece of leather."
Just to
making
something.
Making it look.
So do you play with the textures
most
and all that?
definitely. Yeah, we were talking the other day when
y'all do like the weathering and kind of make it look vintage and stuff
yes,
like that too.
and I have an airbrush you can do.
Oh, cool.
So when you're doing some dyeing and stuff
that's
that's
so
not already
cool.
dyed. And there's different conditioners you can use that'll darken edges and make it all.
We're gonna make some stuff here in a minute, so y'all definitely stay tuned because that's coming up for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
No, that's awesome. And then so for you to have this shop, I'm sure it took a little while to put all this together. How long have you been up and
I've
operating
been up and
for?
running with this right now. This is actually, I rearranged it last night. This is my 4th iteration of laying things out and trying to be as efficient as possible. I finished up probably around April or May.
Okay.
Getting
he
all
built
the
Wow.
because it was just
Furnished the inside.
it was just studs on the wall when it started. And so I figured I had my vision in my mind and what I needed to get done, and started buying things as I needed them along. I'm so lucky. My wife it's not cheap. I mean,
you got to have supportive
and my
family
wife
members
is
and stuff like
completely
that for all
behind me
that. Yeah.
1,000% because she
Shout outs
she
to
sees,
wife for sure.
Yeah, she sees that I enjoy it, so it's enjoyable. I mean,
It's therapy.
It is. It's therapy.
That's the whole thing with the show. It's what you do before you have to call a therapist. It's what you
exactly.
naturally like to do. So this is what your thing is. And, it sounds like you have a few different things.
Right. Well, it's funny because we were driving the other day, and Michael was saying that he goes, "Why don't you listen to the radio?" I said, "Well, and my wife will come and she goes, 'How can you do this and you're quiet?' I said, I get in my zone and."
That's the point.
And it's
Yeah, sometimes that's the point.
That's exactly right. It's my
it's your
therapy.
zen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Like your feng shui garden, you're pushing sand around in here. No, it's super cool. And the colors and everything like that, are they harder to work with than just the brown leather, the tan leather?
There's basically 2 types of leather. There's veg tan, which is the old school, what they did in the Old West, and and the middle. what's the word, Middle Ages and stuff.
Right,
you know,
right,
when
right.
They use tree bark and tannins and everything else,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes to make a hide. It takes about 6 weeks to get a full hide.
Wow.
Well, but you get the browns and the earth tones and everything else. When you get into colors, now you're talking, if it's not dyed by the veg tan, then you're talking chrome tan, and they're used chromium salts, and it'll take 6 days to make a hide.
Does that mean it shines?
It makes it more supple,
Reflective.
a little softer.
So that's a
You
reference
get
to
your
the
colors.
reflectiveness of
Exactly.
the,
So
of the leather.
you can get it in there, and so it's a little bit more supple, and that's mainly what your high-end bags are going to use. It's a
Yeah, you
high
see a lot
quality-
of that. Yeah, like I buy Coach, and that's like almost all they use is
Right.
that shiny leather.
Exactly, and and you get different textures. I mean, the brown one that you see up on the top left, that's actually a veg tan that's been embossed with ostrich skin quills
Wow.
to make it look, kind of. And that's the that's the flesh side. It wouldn't be. It's not that drab. And these are all turned inside out right now, so
Okay, I got you. I got you.
it just stores a little bit better that way.
Yeah, you can kind of see the fluffiness of the back
Right,
side of them.
exactly.
What is that? Why is it fluffy on the back of leather? What is that felty
It's
material?
It's the
Do y'all
actual.
put that on there, or is that something that just
No,
comes?
it's in the process of when they're pulling the meat off of the skin.
Okay.
So you have the flesh side and the grain side. The grain side is normally the side you see.
Okay.
The flesh side
Flesh
is the
side,
soft, the
it's
soft
touching the
suede-
flesh. I got you.
suede
Yeah, no, that
flesh,
makes
the
sense
back.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, and so when they pulling all the hair and everything else off in the process of getting it all done, that's when you get the smoothness of it. And they'll texture some of them sometimes, so it looks like deer skin, or it looks like, you can see the pores of it. That's so.
Yeah, that one looks like an alligator or something over there. That might
Yeah,
be.
that's like actually embossed crocodile.
Crocodile. Okay.
He has actual gator,
larger
though.
scale.
Yeah.
Like he has actual gator
Yeah, I
and
have some
croc.
alligator, and I get mine from a guy by the name of Broderick Vaughn in Florida. He's the
They got a lot
Yes.
of those there.
he gets all the predator alligators that have an issue. They call him, and he up in the
It's
Jacksonville.
like, we're gonna
area.
make bags out of you guys. Come on.
Exactly right. So yeah. So I mean, it's all. Each one gives you something different, and that's
Yeah.
okay. When I want to make a bag, it's like, what texture do I want to do? I have blacks, but I wanted to look this way, and I wanted.
What's
to
your
look that-
favorite one to work with? Is it the softer materials because it's more malleable, or is it the harder leathers, or the thicker?
It's
or
according to
what
what
do you-
I'm making.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bags,
like what animal? I guess what would you prefer the most
well,
as a leather goods?
I tell you what, alligator is satisfying to work with.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to work with.
seems like it would
because it's
be.
got you got the scales on it, and in between the scales it's softer, so you have different textures.
And when you're meeting the seams, it's like you got all these different patterns,
exactly,
and you got to
and if you're
line
doing a
something
wallet,
up.
it's got to be.
It's gonna look really, really off.
So
if you
it
don't.
takes more time.
Yeah.
And it's harder to work with.
Gotcha.
That's why an alligator wallet can cost you up to $450, $500.
It's
Right.
also expensive, so you can't mess up.
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
If you take a 3-foot alligator skin to make a wallet, you've used most of that alligator for that wallet.
No, that's true.
And,
yeah.
and the skin's not cheap.
No,
and
yeah,
then
that's
it's
true.
The time and effort it takes to us. If you mess it up,
Yeah.
it's
Did you make these cabinets?
no these.
I was gonna say you made woodworking too. That's
I
crazy, man.
I do
Yeah.
do woodworking, but I
like,
didn't
He
do
did
the
install them. He
cabinets.
did install them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's, exactly.
So, and you've been helping him for as long as you've been
Since
doing
we,
it.
yeah,
or-
since it was barren, all the walls, I helped him a little bit put the wood up and the paneling on the bottom.
So are
and
you
put up
learning a
all
lot by doing
Pretty
this
much as
kinda-
apprentice, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much as
Wow,
apprentice.
That's awesome, man. Have you made yourself anything?
Not really, not yet. I've
yet.
helped, but
But haven't made. Yeah.
I've
haven't-
helped a little bit on the belt I'm wearing, but that's about it.
That's
Other
cool.
than
That's got to be a
just-
good feeling that you made something out of hand or whatever.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I've helped him more with connections and stuff like that.
Gotcha,
than
yeah.
anything
He
No,
else.
does a
that's
lot
cool
of the
though, yeah.
laser engraving. We do coasters and stuff.
That is
so
true.
He's been doing.
I saw your thing says you play with lasers.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, I do some
That's what
laser
it
engraving
is.
a lot.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, that's cool. And the father son thing I can relate to. I work construction with my dad. I did it for 20 years, and he did it for like 50 years, give or take. He's
wow.
kind of in your
Yeah.
range with it. He does cabinetry and trim carpentry. That's
Right.
why I asked about that, because I was like, those are nice cabinets. You did a good job on them if you did do them. So No, that's super cool. Well, did y'all want to get to start making some stuff and kind of just show the process?
Yeah,
or-
if you want, yeah, that's fine.
And the company is located and based out of where? Just so we could tell the audience, like what area would you say that we're in right now?
Right here, it is
Yeah.
in the Montgomery.
Montgomery area.
yeah.
So Montgomery, Texas is where you can find these guys.
Yeah, northwest of,
All right.
Of Houston.
All right, let's check it out.
Okay. All right, just so you didn't have to work with the hide, I cut a strip for you here.
Perfect.
And I got it set for an inch and a half.
All right.
And let me get it started for you. It's a little tough.
Some thick stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's good for making a belt. So what you want to do, you basically hold it with one hand up here,
Okay.
and you want, as you keep your finger here, and pull it down, it'll cut.
Okay.
Set it an inch and a half, which is normal for a male belt.
I imagine in my head there's some like French dude out there that makes these all day that just can do this like in like 3 seconds
Yeah,
flat.
exactly right.
Shah!
And there's your belt. No.
yeah. Get out of here.
So I'm very lucky. I have a vendor that I use out of Vietnam who makes my tools for me.
Wow.
And there's a difference between, there's some people argue that if you use a machine, it's not handmade.
Right.
Well, and if that's the way people want to think, that's fine too. But I consider it then handcrafted
Right.
because you're utilizing it, especially if you're doing multiple production things.
I'm pretty sure
It's
you just used your hand.
Yeah, exactly right.
Pretty
But
sure
I mean,
it's
like sewing
handmade,
machines
yeah.
and stuff like that. It's,
Good enough for me.
It makes it, you've used your craft to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And so from there, and we'll go over and cut that in a minute. We'll set it up. But I just want to show you another machine that we use. It's called a skiving machine. There's times when you're not using really thick leather and you're making a bag
Yeah.
and you want to put two pieces together. It gets real thick and clumsy.
Okay.
So you want to thin a side out or both sides. So when you put it together, it's a little thinner.
Okay.
So we'll use what's called a skiving machine. And this is actually a knife.
That's a knife?
It's called a bell skiver.
Oh, wow.
And what we'll do is I'll do the first thing. It spins that right here, and it's all set up. So you can see right here, it's taking it and thinned it down.
Cow.
So that now you can roll the edge, and you won't have a raw edge, and it'll be a lot thinner.
Oh, okay. And it's like a grinder.
Yeah, this wheel right here pulls it across the knife.
I saw that. Oh, okay. I got okay. That
all
makes
yours, my
sense.
man.
Okay.
That starts it, and all you got to do is just set it there, and it'll pull it through.
So you don't even have to feed it or anything?
Nope.
It's just, okay. What? Oh, that's too fun. I bet when you got this, you were playing with it.
Oh
for a
yeah,
while. You're like, let me do another one.
because you can do that by hand.
Wow.
It's called a skiving knife.
Oh, okay.
But if you do it by hand, it takes a little more skill,
It's almost like a chisel.
and you end up. It takes a little bit more time, and it's easier to mess up. But you can do it by hand also.
That's really good, though.
But you saw how quickly that did it compared to how long it took me to do. So if you're doing a large piece,
You don't want
by-
to do it by hand, yeah.
by hand could
Yeah.
take quite a while. But it takes. That's one that you really have to practice with. And
Yeah.
practice a lot to get. And I'm not an expert, but
You're pretty good at it. That was pretty good. You got that.
I've
pretty
messed up
quickly.
enough to know that what it takes to get it done. All right, so this is called a clicker press,
Okay.
and what we're going to use it for this is a die, a clicker die, and these are all razors, and what it'll do, it'll cut the end of the belt where the belt buckle goes.
Oh, and it makes the holes.
It makes the holes for us.
Oh, okay.
Saves a little time, and then it makes sure that you're completely aligned. So that
What did they used to use? Did they
all
punch it?
Yeah, do a punch, and I can show you those
Okay.
what they look like. So as you come around here,
Oh,
get in here.
it's like a okay.
and so we'll adjust the temp. All right. So if you feel it, you can actually feel it'll
Push.
get a kind of a crunch with.
Do I push down?
Pull down.
Okay, I
yeah.
don't want to.
Hear the crunch?
Yeah.
That's the click of the cricker press.
Okay. I was thinking it was gonna be harder than that. I kind of hung on it. It wasn't that hard at all. Yeah. That thing's cool.
Yeah, put that around your waist real quick. and
Sure, yeah.
I'll adjust it.
So say we're going around.
So you basically want your third hole to be about where the buckle's going to be, which is about right there.
Okay.
So we got that down here. So this is going to come this way.
I actually wear a belt all the time too, so that's kind of crazy that y'all are making this for
Yeah.
me.
So there we go. Be about right there. It's all yours.
Oh, okay, and you just do the same thing. I
Same
got
thing.
you. Oh, okay, I see. That's like creating the surface. I got you. I got you. That is so cool.
We're going to do it one more time just to get this end over here.
Okay.
Make sure we got a good cut.
Figure out. Yeah. I
Yep.
don't know.
All right, so the other thing we want to do with a belt is you don't want the sharp edges on here. So what we'll do is we'll bevel the edges. So this machine will allow us to do that. We can do it by hand. And again, when you're doing it in production, you can go ahead and pull that, and I'll show you what it's done for us.
Oh, sorry.
So it's kind of curved that
Oh, yeah.
the edge a little bit for us to take.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it for all the sides. There you go.
I mean, this is hand.
Yeah.
I don't know who's saying it's not handmade. That's hand. We're dealing with multi tools and Dremels and all kind of. Yeah, that's not. It's a different thing.
Come on. There we go. All yours. One more.
Which side? I guess. Oh, we're doing the.
This way.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Now, don't let me catch you sewing in the cockpit, man.
Yeah, exactly. I used to fly with a guy who used to whittle in the cockpit. All the time.
Oh man, that would make
so
your
yours.
passengers a little weary.
There we go.
All right.
So we got all our edges are done, beveled, and we'll go over to the sewing machine.
Perfect. Here, I'll come
Here.
over this side.
What this will do, and I'm not sure if a lot of sewers out there, this raises your foot here. And this is called a walking foot sewing machine because leather is so heavy, so you don't have to push it through. The machine will actually feed it through. So we'll open up the foot here, let it come back down, and then we can start sewing it. And then we have a guide here. It'll keep it at the same distance the entire time.
And you're doing that so it won't fray open.
Exactly. This is
'Cause it'll kinda-
since it's a single piece, it
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. If you're putting a backing piece on it, it would.
Right.
This is more of a decoration on a
For
single
aesthetic.
foot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. I got you. I got you. Is this an older machine?
No, it's made by a leather machine company. It's
It just looks older. They
Yeah.
made them look like a old school machine.
so as you can tell, I'll slow it down. You can see where the foot actually takes it and pulls it.
Wow.
a
So
regular
it's
sewing
feeding it.
machine.
It doesn't do that, does
Exactly.
it? Yeah. So because they knew leather was going to be hard to
Right.
drag along.
And then where it comes in, and again, like I said, I'll remake this for you, but when you come to the corners, you want to slow it down, and the machine will actually follow the step until we get to that point. And we'll raise it up a little bit. Bring it back around to the side. There we go. Thank you.
Wow.
And then when we're done with this, there's one last machine you got to work with. What it'll do, it's a Skybird that'll thin this out a little bit. So when you fold it over to put the buckle in, it's not as thick.
Right.
But you can see how this came out a little wonky on us, where there's going to be mistakes made,
Yeah, exactly.
and you either restart them or you learn to adapt to them.
Yeah.
And so we're stitched all the way around it.
Wow.
So if you were putting a backing on it and everything else, it would hold it in that way. You would glue it first and then hold it in.
I got you.
A little more.
What material would they usually use when they
Another
if they-
piece of leather.
Another piece of leather.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a belt now where this part will be suede,
Okay.
and this part I'll turn, instead of being the flesh side here,
You're
I'll
gonna
turn it over
the hide or whatever.
So
Yeah.
it'll be nice and smooth.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is the last one we're going to do. This is a Skybird. And what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to thin out this portion right here, so when we fold it over and put the buckle in, it won't be as thick.
Okay.
This is already set up for the distance. You can pull that. You kind of got to work it a little bit. It's going to be kind of tight. There you go. So now when we fold it over,
Okay. And that gives that something to. Yeah, I was wondering when I was looking at that, I was like, that doesn't look right, but it does.
and
Yeah.
we would put our rivets there, and that would hold it.
Okay.
And basically
That's
putting your buckle
how you
in.
put your
and
buckle in.
your
I
belt is done.
got you. All right. That's amazing. Wow. You think belts and you think they just like get spit out of a belt machine.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even realize that it takes all that to
Yeah.
make a belt. That's so cool. I can see why you fell in love with it.
Oh yeah, it really gets you involved in what you're actually doing. It's
Yeah.
not just spitting something out.
Was that the first thing you learned how to make? Or was it?
I think the first thing I did make was a
belt, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
cool.
I made this belt right here. This is some alligator.
That's awesome.
So it turned out, and
That's super cool. It looks like you just bought that at the store. I mean, that's
the great thing about these belts, if you were to go, you could buy this belt at Kohl's for $29.
right.
But this belt will last you 10 years.
Exactly.
I guarantee you a belt from Kohl's is not going to last you 10
They
years.
use a cheaper quality.
They'll
leather.
say it's whole leather, but that doesn't mean it's full grain leather. This is a full grain leather. It's got from the top to the bottom. It's all,
You could feel the difference.
and they're going to.
That's it. When I buy my bags, I'm the same way. I can
make
want
some
to
of the
feel
leather
it.
like they make plywood.
Right.
Take pieces of it and they'll glue it all together. And it's all leather. It's 100% leather.
Yeah.
And the glue. But yeah, this belt will last.
That's
forever.
real deal leather right
And
there.
then a lighter color would actually patina.
That's
really
captain's leather.
well. This is captain.
Yeah. I'm saying. Well, awesome, man. Thank you so much for showing us, and we definitely love your products. We'll definitely have to tune in with you guys and come get another episode and check out some more of your products. And
Right.
thank you so much for doing this and making the time.
Oh no, thanks for coming out.
We appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. The real Mike Jones, y'all. Captain's Leather. Peace.
Yeah.
This episode of Before I Call My Therapist was brought to you in part by Faded Decade, The Underground Standard, We're #1, and viewers like you. Thank you.